Girl, the US must look like a fucking joke to anybody who isn't from here. Because one, there was another attempt on Donald Trump's life. And two, Trump blamed Kamala Harris and Joe Biden for the crowd size at one of his rallies. Like, girl, hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. Bitch, first of all, a man claimed that he had explosives at a Trump rally in Michigan. Dude, why the fuck are you going to go to a Trump rally and tell people you have explosives? Now, this guy pleaded not guilty, but bitch, like, what? Like, what did you think was gonna happen? You were gonna go to a rally of one of our former presidents, announce you have explosives in your car, and then get away scot-free? Prosecutors are alleging that he approached a traffic point, held a bottle out to the police, said it was a C4 explosive, and that it was the real deal. And then he threw, wait, this isn't funny. And then he threw bags of fertilizer out of his car onto the ground to make it look like they were explosives. Bitch, you did that to yourself. In other news, Trump also blamed Kamala Harris and Joe Biden for the crowd size at one of his rallies, after his rally had to be relocated to a smaller venue. Bitch, don't you think Kamala has better things to be doing right now? I don't think she's going out of her way to decrease the amount of people attending your rallies. Did you ever think that maybe it was just a small crowd? Oh yeah, and Trump is also criticizing the White House too. Like, this man, like, he is a grown baby. I'm not joking. Somebody put a binky in his fucking mouth. This can't be real life. Like, this cannot be real life. I refuse to believe that this is actually the news being reported currently. The next time any of you catch me obsessing over a man, please do me a favor and smack me in the back of the head with a fucking brick. Just give me, like, a clean hit straight to the dome! Because it's literally, like, it's all fun and games when I like a guy, but the minute I can't stop thinking about them and that like becomes obsession, babe, like, it's time to book me a lobotomy appointment. I genuinely, like, when I become obsessed with a man, I turn into a rabid fucking beast. I turn into one of those mythical creatures that you only hear about in folklore legends. And it's not even one of those cute, like, hee ha ha mythical creatures. I'm talking about the motherfuckers who sneak into your room in the dead of night, sit on your chest, and then suck the life out of you. Both literally and figuratively. And I say this not just for my own well-being, but for the well-being of the next guy that I talk to. Because guys always, like, talk a big game about how they want a girl who's obsessed and crazy about them. But honestly, like, I don't think they fully grasp or understand what they're asking for when they say shit like that. Because when they do get a crazy bitch who's obsessed with them, suddenly they're scared. And honestly, like, you should be, bitch, because not everybody is equipped to handle a crazy bitch like me. If any of you guys ever start to see me obsessing over a man, take me out. Guys, like, what I'm about to say, I'm being dead fucking serious. Like, it's gonna sound like I'm joking, but I'm not joking at all. I need a boyfriend! I've been deprived of a man. Like, I feel deprived! No, I'm, like, dead fucking serious. Like, if I don't have a boyfriend this upcoming fall, like, this upcoming autumn, this upcoming spooky season, if I don't have someone to cuddle under a blanket with while watching a spooky movie, or someone to make hot cocoa with, someone to watch shitty Hallmark movies when Christmas comes rolling around, someone to kiss under the mistletoe, somebody to kiss when the fucking ball drops on New Year's. If I don't have that this year, you will witness me de-evolutionize into a primal fucking animal. Bitch, I will literally grow fangs and claws. You would see horns coming out of my fucking head. Like, I would turn into a demon. I will. Like, that's the problem. Like, I know I'm going to turn into a ravenous feral demon if I don't have a man by this autumn. You will find me in the woods hunting prey on all fours. Like, I'm not joking. Like, it's actually, like, I feel so touch-starved. I'm just warning all of you. Like, I'm not saying this to be like hee ha ha. Like, I'm warning all of you because I'm a good person, so. Girl, I wish I could say this video was created by an AI generator because the person speaking in this video is running for US president. But unfortunately, this is like a real fucking video.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country.
ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
If this man is elected president, we are fucking doomed. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. To be fair, I feel like we all knew that immigration was going to be a key discussion during this presidential debate, but the way the conversation completely derailed and swerved into a discussion about immigrants eating people's cats and dogs is beyond me. First and foremost, making statements like this is one, racist, and two, why the fuck are you bringing up false and debunked conspiracy theories at a presidential debate. And again, this man is running for president. Not only that, but if you go back and rewatch the debate, Trump did not answer a single fucking question that he was asked. I kid you not, Trump was asked to comment on Kamala's response to fracking, buyback programs for assault weapons, decriminalizing border crossing. So you'd assume that's what Trump would talk about. Yeah, no. He actually went on a tangent about how Kamala Harris wants to defund the police, blamed Kamala Harris for high gas prices, and talked about how Kamala wants to give transgender operations to illegal immigrants in prison. Like, I'm not, like, you can go watch it yourself. Like, I'm not joking. If Trump wins this election, we are doomed! Girl, 784? 784 dose? Babe, who the fuck needs 784 dose? So not only did they find 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant in P. Diddy's mansion, but they also found 784 dose. That is absolutely absurd. I can't even fathom why someone would, why do you need that many? That's insane! Now, naturally, I've never been placed in a predicament where I've seen 784 does in front of me. So I asked ChatGPT to generate an image for me, and that motherfucker clocks my tea real fucking quick. Because the second I asked the AI to generate an image for me, this was the response, and now I'm probably gonna have the FBI knocking at my fucking door. So instead of asking ChatGPT to generate an image of I asked it to generate an image of eggplants. Bitch, ChatGPT couldn't even do that. So instead, I've manually typed out 784 eggplant emojis to give you all a visual. And I am warning you now, so please don't be alarmed. Girl, no. No. So Trump is publicly insisting that congressional Republicans shut down our government. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. Yes, you heard me correctly. Trump is insisting that congressional Republicans shut down our government unless they can enact the proof of citizenship election legislation, also known as the SAVE Act. Even though it's already extremely rare and also illegal for non-citizens to vote in federal elections. Bitch, you want to shut down the government unless we have a proof of citizenship election legislation? Babe, what do you mean? It's already illegal to vote if you're not a U.S. citizen. I'm sorry, but the lengths this man is willing to go to in order to disprove the presidential election is actually, it's crazy. And because of all of this, Congress had to pass a funding bill again to avert a government shutdown. And this happened after Republicans removed the SAFE Act proposal. Trump literally demanded Republicans to stop funding the government unless Democrats pass the bill. You want to have a government shutdown 5 weeks before Election Day? In my eyes, this is just showing the United States the absolute chaos that ensues when Trump is given a position of power or authority. And do you want to know why he did all of this? He did this because he convinced himself that a government shutdown over voting laws would cause a wave of Republican votes that would get him voted in as president. The way this presidential race is going, Trump, you make this country look like an absolute fucking joke. Bitch, someone in your family needs to put you in a retirement home because honestly, we're sick of this shit, girl. I'm gonna be ranking how mad I would be if my man did this to me while we're together. And just for the record, yeah, I am the jealous type. Does that make me toxic? No, it makes me self-aware, bitch. As always, 10 is I don't give a fuck, and 1 is somebody's going home in a body bag. Okay, first up we have wears revealing clothes in public. I don't give a shit, honestly, and I would want to wear revealing clothes too. It's just a matter of whether or not he's dressing up for other bitches or if he's dressing up for me. And at the end of the day, he's dressing up for me, bitch. So I'm gonna put this at literally I might just start off putting this at 10 because I really don't give a shit. Post seductive pictures on social media. Here's the only time I would ever have a problem with this, and that would be if he was posting seductive pictures on social media and didn't publicly say that we were dating. If he was just posting these pictures leaving everybody else to assume that he's single, yeah, bitch, no, you're done for! But if people know we're together, I don't give a shit. I don't. So I'm gonna put this at 9 because I really don't care. Has a very attractive colleague. I can't fucking control that. I mean, does it suck? Yeah, but I'm just gonna give this an 8. I kind of don't give a shit. Looks very happy doing something without you. He can have his own hobbies. What the fuck do I look like? I'm not trying to smother this man. That's also a 7. I don't care. Comments fire emoji on someone else's selfie. I got murder on my mind. See, now you got me fucked up. Like, if it's one of your homeboys and you're like, damn, that's a nice car, fire emoji, chillin'. But if you're commenting the fire emoji on some bitch's post who's wearing a bikini, okay, fine, yeah, I'll set you on fire. That's going like 2, because that actually did make me upset. Stares at a person in public. This isn't like a quick glance. This looks like you just snapped your fucking neck to get a second look, bitch. With that facial expression, this is the one that did it for me. I hope you like staring from a fucking gurney, bitch. Takes extra time getting ready for an event where you are not going. I don't give a shit. I feel like I'd be more upset that I wasn't going. So I'm gonna put that at like a 4. Why was I not invited? Has a very close friend. No offense, hope this close friend is really fucking ugly. Like, if this close friend of yours is butt fucking ugly and I know that they have 0 chance of getting with you, don't give a shit. Putting this at like 6. Frequently talks about someone. If it's a celebrity or a family member, I don't fucking care. But if it's some random bitch that I don't fucking know, bitch, we have a problem. This is like 5. And then comes back home late. If you're texting me updates throughout the night, like, hey, I'm doing this, hey, I'm doing that, hey, I'm doing this, I don't give a shit. But if you're like, hey, I'm gonna be home at 9, and you get home at 12 in the fucking morning, bitch, I will be waiting for you on the couch like this. Yeah, this can go at 3. For all of these, I will say like 1 through 3, bitch, we have a fucking problem. I don't think we have enough of a problem for me to go fucking batshit crazy, but we still have a problem. 4 down, I mean, like, I kind of don't give a shit. Let's just put it this way. The context behind all of these scenarios determines whether or not you wake up dead in a ditch. I'm gonna be ranking how mad I would be if I saw my man touching another guy or girl like this. For the record, if I saw my man touching or caressing anyone other than me, I would caress his face with the palm of my hand. But in the interest of this video, I'm gonna have 10 be I don't give a fuck and 1 be bitch, I'm going to jail. First up, we have, oh, a handshake. Yeah, keep it nice and cordial. I'm gonna give this a 10. That's like a, hey, bye. Okay. Why does my man have a random fucking bitch on his shoulders? You wanna know what I would do if I saw that shit? Get the fuck off my man, bitch! Yeah, I knocked your ass clean the fuck off, bitch, WWE style. I'm giving it a 3, because I know there's worse. Oh, a hug? I don't really think a hug is that deep. I give hugs to random strangers. I'm gonna give this like a 6, because I don't really... Bitch, I really hope you're working as Santa Claus at the local mall and you have a little kid on your lap and he's telling you what he wants for fucking Christmas, because what the fuck is this? Bitch, if that isn't the fucking case and I walk in on you with a random bitch on your lap, I'm snatching them right off. Yeah, this is 2. Don't play with me. Get up! Oh my god, this is making me mad. You know what? You better be in the fucking wilderness hiking and that bitch better have a broken fucking leg and you're carrying them to safety. Because if that isn't the fucking case, again, snatching that bitch straight off your back. Even though this is like top 3 behavior, I'll give it a 4. No. I hope and pray that if I caught my man with his hands laid up on some other bitch's feet, that his job is working as a full-time masseuse, because if not, you can massee your way the fuck out of here. I'm giving this a 5. Now, why the fuck are you giving some random naked stranger a bath in our tub? Riddle me that, please. What? That's weird. No, that is 1. That's 1, because they're naked. Bitch, like, I feel like tickling, I don't think it's like that bad. So I'll give it like an 8. Ooh, yeah, I mean, honestly, if you want to pop your friend's fucking pimples, go for it. Just don't do that shit in front of me. 9. Don't. Yeah, smack that bitch in the face. I'm viewing this as this. That's 7 for sure. Realistically, 1 through 8, send my ass to Alcatraz. Send me to a faraway prison where I have no human contact. Put me in a padlocked fucking room, because if not, I will be committing a federal crime. 9 and 10, I could care fucking less. I don't really give a fuck. Look, I have heard a lot of downright stupid fucking shit, but this takes the fucking cake. Republicans accuse Kamala Harris and Democrats of engineering Hurricane Helene to target GOP voters. My God. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scrape. Bitch, we are in the year of our Lord, 2024, and this is the type of shit you absolute morons are going on about. For those of you who don't know, several high-profile Republicans have accused Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party of manipulating Hurricane Helene to target Republican voters before the general election. During a literal press conference, some conservatives claimed that the storm was a part of the Democratic Party's strategy to decimate Republican strongholds. They also suggested that Democrats may be creating hurricanes as part of their climate change agenda. Now, obviously, scientists have had to weigh in on this shit because these motherfuckers sound batshit crazy. And these scientists are now having to clarify that these weather patterns are driven by natural forces and not political agendas. But despite science scientific evidence, some Republicans are still pushing for an official investigation. Bitch, have you lost your fucking mind? Over 130 people have died and that number is still rising. And instead of showing support for families who are facing devastation, you are instead choosing to make conspiracy theories about how Democrats can control the fucking weather with a weather machine. These are people that run our government, by the way. Like, these are the people making decisions for United States citizens. If you genuinely believe that Democrats created a weather machine to decimate Republican towns, then you need a psych evaluation, because you should not be seated in any position of power. Anyways, if you would actually like to make a difference, I have donation links in my bio to help people who were affected by the hurricane. To anyone who has been affected by the hurricane, I am sending you my thoughts and prayers, and I'm so sorry you're going through this right now. Bitch, I need to give all of you a debriefing because last night was like, oh my god! Fair warning, you might want to hold down on the side of the screen and make this video 2x speed because this is a lot. Like, this is a lot! Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch! It's time for the daily scream! So last night, I went out with my friends. It was Labor Day. I go out, I drank halfway through the night. I'm like, guys, I need to go. And then one of my other friends was like, wait, I kind of want to leave too. So we both ended up going back to his place. We're at his place, we're hanging out, we're listening to music. All of a sudden, my other friend comes over. He's like, hey, like, it's getting really rowdy at the club we were at. Like, I just want to chill too. So we all start chilling. We end up going into my one friend's room. We're all in there. He's playing guitar. We're having a fucking blast, bitch. Out of fucking nowhere. Out of nowhere. This actual, like, I'm not joking, 35-year-old man walks into the room shirtless. I literally was like, who are you? Where did you come from? Are we about to get robbed? Like, what? Also, I'm not gonna lie, he was sexy. Like, I can't lie. Like, yeah, he might have been 35, but like, age is but a number, babe. First and foremost, I'm confused because a shirtless 35-year-old man just walks into the room and I'm like, turns out one of my friends drunkenly invited this random man back to the apartment. This 35-year-old man then looks at me while I am in my friend's bed under a blanket and he says, you have nice lips. You look like you can make out. No! And I mean, like, yeah, for granted, you're handsome, but I don't like your stranger fucking danger! So I end up being like, hey guys, like, I think I'm actually gonna go the fuck home. My one friend is like, hey, I'll drive you home, don't worry about it. And I'm like, okay. He didn't drink. I wouldn't have gone in his car if he drank. He got a brand new car too, and his car was so fucking nice. Honestly, I was like, damn, like, are you balling or what? Because why are there LED lights in your car? Whatever, that's not the fucking point. I end up going home. I am in bed, under the covers, in my pajamas, with my retainers in. I get a call off of my one friend's phone. I answer the phone. It is the 35-year-old man asking me to come back. He's like, you need to come back. You're so cute. And I'm literally like, no. He also said, wait, do you have a little lisp? I said, no, jackass. I have my retainers in because I'm going to bed. Like, I literally have my metal retainers in. And he's like, your lisp is so cute. You should come back. Like, it's so fun. No! I genuinely, last night was a fucking fever dream. It was a fucking fever. What do you mean a random 35-year-old man walked into my friend's room? He walked in shirtless. Bitch. Whoa. Absolutely not. Guys, I really wish that what was about to come out of my mouth was a joke, but Trump has threatened to prosecute the 2024 election officials if he wins presidency. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch! It's time for the Daily Scream! On Saturday, Trump threatened prosecution and long-term prison sentences for election officials and political operatives, who he suggested could cheat in the 2024 election if he wins presidency. Trump, a man who continuously spreads conspiracy theories about the 2020 election and falsely claims that there was widespread voter fraud, is saying that him not winning presidency in 2020 was a disgrace to our nation. Not only that, but the motherfucker has called on the FBI to investigate mail-in ballots because he claims that mail-in ballots leads to fraud in swing states. Trump, here's my thing. You are running your mouth and you're threatening these people. But baby, you yourself are still being indicted. Did you forget the federal election interference case? When you went on a wide-range campaign undermining Joe Biden's victory in the presidential election, literally spreading false information about voter fraud, and urging Republican state officials to undermine the results. Or what about the Georgia election interference case, where you attempted to urge Georgia officials and lawmakers to reverse Biden's win and plotted to send fake electors to Washington? Or how about the classified documents case, where you have been accused of taking highly sensitive national security documents and have repeatedly obstructed the government's attempts to retrieve those documents? Or we can also talk about the hush money case, where you became the first U.S. president to become a convicted felon because you falsified business records to prevent a sex scandal. Like, you want to prosecute all of these people, but babe, you are still on the chopping block. Like, you're still being indicted. As if there wasn't enough shit in the world that we had to worry about. Now we have a new virus outbreak that has an 88% fatality rate. Woohoo! I love living! Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch! It's time for the daily scream! Before anybody starts panicking, take a deep fucking breath. Because the outbreak of the Marburg virus has yet to reach the United States. What is the Marburg virus, you may be asking yourselves? Marburg virus, otherwise known as MVD, is a rare but highly fatal viral hemorrhagic fever. Symptoms include fever, headache, muscle and joint pain, loss of appetite, gastrointestinal symptoms, or, my favorite symptom, unexplained bleeding. Although the virus hasn't hit the US, doctors and specialists are saying that it's very important to contain the situation because it's a highly contagious disease. The main thing that drew concern about this disease was Rwanda on September 27th declared it an outbreak. And since then, in Rwanda, there have been 36 cases reported and 11 deaths. However, a medical student had recently arrived in Germany from Rwanda who had been in contact with a patient who was later diagnosed with the virus. And while on a train to Germany, him and his girlfriend both started having flu-like symptoms, causing the train to be completely evacuated. Now, both the medical student and his girlfriend tested negative, but that also raised a lot of concerns because what if it was the Marburg virus? Anyways, I don't think this is going to become a global pandemic. It is a little scary. It reminds me of Ebola, but it's still all fucking terrifying. So, fingers crossed the people infected heal quickly and nobody else catches this disease. Bitch, I met the mother of all fucking mothers, the fucking absolute legend herself, Lady Gaga! Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know fucking time it is, bitch! It's time for the daily scream! Guys, like, I'm still actively trying to wrap my head around this, because if I think about it too long, my heart may implode. So the other day I was invited to IMAX headquarters to see a private screening of the new Joker movie. They had us sit in this private movie theater. The chairs in the theater were covered with Lady Gaga merch and we were able to take shirts home with us. This is the shirt I got. It says safety first. Anyways, after the movie was over, Lady Gaga came out to do a Q&A session with all of us. By the way, this is how close I was to Lady Gaga. And at one point I had raised my hand, Lady Gaga called on me, but the person passing the microphone gave the mic to somebody else. So Lady Gaga looked at me. She looked at me and she was like, "Don't worry, sweetie. I'll make sure they pass the mic to you next." She spoke to me. Like, wait. Lady Gaga spoke to me. And when the person was finished asking their question and she was done answering it, she looked over and was like, "He's been patiently waiting. Can you please pass the mic to him?" And pointed at me. Girl, the fact that Lady Gaga even acknowledged me was an earth-shattering experience. Not only that, but after I asked my question, which was, how did you prepare for your role? When answering, she was looking and talking to me. Like, it felt like I was literally the only person in the theater. The experience itself, it was like so personable and surreal. And then afterwards, the people at IMAX and Gaga security were like, "Do you guys want photos?" Bitch, do we want photos? The way I immediately shot up and was like, "Yes, please." Like, yes, please. So we all got to take photos with her and talk to her. Like life isn't real, bitch. Like, life is not real. Bitch, do not quote me on this, but I will say this. Whenever I have ever drank, the day after, you know what saves me each and every time? A big old jar of pickles. I love them. Oh my god, bitch. Like, when you're like slightly hungover, like, I don't even know what it is. Like, the flavor is just 10 times better. Every fucking time. I genuinely, to any person out there who doesn't like pickles, I feel sorry for you. I take fucking pity on you. Because a pickle after a night of drinking, a nice jar of pickles after a night of drinking, even the juice, like, oh, I love pickle juice too. Oh, yes. It's so good. Okay, don't fucking play with me. Is he talking to other bitches? Absolutely. Okay, well, is it as big as he says it is? Okay, then I don't care. Then I do not care, girl. Talk to whoever you want to talk to, babe. Who am I to get in the way of that? So do what you will. Do what you will. Now for the more pressing matters at hand here. If he's talking to other bitches, is it someone he's mentioned to me before? Okay. Is it the person who we hung out with the other day at this person's grandmother's house? I fucking knew it! Have they been doing the nasty behind my back? Never. Okay. Have they been doing other things behind my back? Bitch, yes you do. Have they? Have they been doing other things? Maybe not the nasty, but other things? I fucking knew it! If I confront him about all of this, is he gonna lie to me? Is he gonna say that I'm being paranoid? Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Is he gonna gaslight me? Yeah, that's what I fucking thought! Is he just keeping me around because he's bored? No. Okay, is he keeping me around because he wants to leave this other bitch for me? Wait, stop! I don't want to be a homewrecker. Okay, were you being serious before when you actually said it was that big? Oh, okay, maybe I will be a homewrecker. Like, maybe I will be, I don't know. Will we officially be together before the start of 2025? Oh! Yeah. Will I be getting it every single night? Last but not least, should I feel bad? Like, should I feel bad that he's leaving this other bitch for me? No? Okay, then I won't. Then I won't. Bitch, 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Who needs 1,000 bottles of baby oil? They found 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant in P. Diddy's home. Now, personally, I couldn't even fathom what 1,000 bottles of baby oil even looked like, so I asked AI to generate an image for me. Bitch! Dear fucking God. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch! It's time for the Daily Scream! Bitch, if you don't know what's going on with the whole P. Diddy case, let me give all of you the rundown. So Sean John Combs faces multiple charges, including sex trafficking, forced labor, prostitution, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. His lawyers requested a $50 million bail package, offering his mansion as collateral for home detention and GPS tracking, and a U.S. magistrate said, hell fucking no. Rightfully so. So Combs is being held without bail, like he can't buy his way out of prison. There are several allegations being held against him, one of the most concerning being his freak-off parties, where P. Diddy is being accused of organizing drug-fueled sex events called freak-offs, where victims and male sex workers were coerced into sexual acts, and these events could sometimes last 4 days. Bitch, days? Now, his employees also helped him, which is beyond me. They'd allegedly facilitate these parties by booking hotel rooms, arrange traveling, delivering cash, supplying drugs. They also scheduled IV fluid deliveries so people could recover after these events. And to make matters even worse, P. Diddy recorded all of it. He recorded all of it and used the footage as blackmail against his victims. So far, there have been over 50 witnesses interviewed, and authorities have seized narcotics, weapons, videos, and again, over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Bitch, this man needs to be put away for life. Like, this is giving Epstein. And if Diddy ends up, I'm sure it's because there are other people in the industry who do the exact same fucking thing and need to keep him quiet. This is fucking crazy. Bitch, tell me why I was doing my daily doom scroll on the interwebs this morning and found this article. Are we on the brink of World War III? Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch! It's time for the Daily Scream! Yay! I'm sorry to do this to all of you, but if I have to go about my day panicking over the possible prospects of there being a third world war, you guys do too. So let me just give you all the rundown because I doubt any of you are actually gonna go out of your way to read that article. Long story short, Russia's invasion of Ukraine has triggered global security concerns. And to make matters even worse, NATO's involvement. And if you don't know what NATO is, bitch, I'm not a history teacher. Go look that shit up your fucking self. But NATO's involvement in supporting Ukraine caused Russia to threaten nuclear responses. Then we have China's aggressive stance towards claiming Taiwan. Taiwan already being an independent country. And with the US actively selling arms to Taiwan and pledging to defend Taiwan in case of a Chinese attack, that raises alarms of the US and China having confrontations. Then we have tensions in the Middle East between Iran and Israel. And with Iran having proxy groups in Lebanon, this also poses a greater threat because Israel has been airstriking and bombing Lebanon. Then we have Kim Jong-un in North Korea having frequent missile tests, nuclear threats, and a growing alliance with Russia and China. Many of our world's largest powers, including the US, China, and Russia, possess substantial nuclear arsenals, making the consequences of any escalation extremely dire. And with countries facing inflation, food shortages, energy crises, a lot of them are on edge. Nations are increasing military budgets and forming new alliances. And even though there hasn't been an event yet to trigger a world war. I'd like to remind you that the key word I just used there was yet. Meaning with tensions rising, countries having internal and external problems, the current state of the world and the wars currently happening, we are literally Humpty Dumpty sitting on a wall right now. And a small gust of wind could knock us over and crack open World War III. So yeah, fingers crossed that doesn't happen. If after the COVID-19 pandemic and being placed on lockdown, you thought to yourself, damn, that fucked with my brain a little bit. Surprise, surprise! It literally did. According to a new study, the pandemic may have affected teens' brains, which honestly is just the icing on the cake. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. Numerous studies have documented negative effects on teens' mental health and their social skills after the pandemic, including accelerated brain aging in adolescents and teens. For girls, their brains aged 4.2 years faster on average, while boys' brains aged 1.4 years faster, which makes sense because girls tend to age faster physically and mentally compared to guys. And the study showed how fragile adolescent and teen brains are, especially when it comes to socio-emotional development and changes in brain structure. The cerebral cortex, which is responsible for memory, thinking, learning, reasoning, problem solving, emotions, consciousness, sensory functions, it naturally thins during your adolescence and teen years, but the thinning process was accelerated for teens and adolescents during COVID. Unfortunately, it's unknown if the effects on our brains are permanent. Post-pandemic social normalization can slow down the brain thinning, but since the pandemic's effects are still ongoing, full recovery to normal may never happen. So long story short, the pandemic caused all of our brains to age faster due to stress. The pandemic also slowed down our ability to develop proper social and emotional skills. And though we can still acquire those skills in the future, there's no telling if our brains will ever fully recover. Yay! Implement these supplements into your daily routine to reduce the effects of aging and decrease bloating. If you want to burn fat, make sure you're in a caloric deficit and you're eating your weight in grams of protein. But don't eat too much because that'll increase your cortisol levels and blood pressure. But also don't starve yourself because then you're going to lose muscle and fat in your ass. Substitute your morning coffee with herbal tea and lemon water to decrease your belly size. Don't forget to ice your face and apply retinol moisturizer before you go to bed so you don't look 55 when you're 30. If you work out, make sure to wear a sweatband and a waist trainer to make your body look snatched. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! For the love of, shut the fuck up! I don't care. What the fuck happened to just living? What happened to that? What happened to just living my fucking life? Make sure you do this if you want to look like this and feel like this. Bitch, airstrike! I'm literally about to send the SWAT team to your front door. How about that?
How about that?
Will the SWAT team help decrease your cortisol levels and blood pressure? Shut the fuck up! Girl, last night I watched the vice presidential debate so you wouldn't have to, and babe, I couldn't even make this up even if I wanted to. JD Vance got mad at the moderators during the debate for fact-checking him. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream! Alright girlies, buckle up because I'm gonna be explaining this debate so it's easily digestible for all of you. In terms of climate change, Tim Walz talked about the devastating effects of climate change on farmers, mentioning extreme weather events and advocating for clean energy policies. On the other hand, JD Vance acknowledged the public's concern with climate change, but questioned whether or not humans have anything to do with it. And Tim Walz was like, girl, where are your climate policies? This is actually affecting our agriculture and having serious, real consequences. In terms of immigration, the moderator asked JD Vance about families separated under Trump's policies, and he just completely avoided directly answering the question. He instead, surprise, blamed Democratic policies for issues at our border. And Walz was like, oh, no, and highlighted the moral implications of family separation and called for humane immigration reform. Then JD Vance got mad because the moderators started fact-checking him because turns out the statements he was making on immigration were completely inaccurate, and he basically was just like this.
Margaret, the rules were that you guys weren't going to fact-check, and since you're fact-checking me, I think it's important to say what's actually going on.
In terms of economic strategies, Walz talked about the benefits of the Biden-Harris administration. JD Vance then criticized it and said that our economy was better under Trump. Mind you, the economic conditions were good when Trump was in office because of Obama. Long story short, Walz was like, let's create a new future focused on equity and working class support. And JD Vance was like, fuck that, let's return to traditional values. I hope you all enjoyed these Spark Notes and you're welcome. This one goes out to all you motherfuckers out there that claim climate change is a hoax and isn't real. The planet endures its hottest summer on record for the second straight year. Bitch, we're fucked. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. This summer broke heat records for a second year in a row. This puts 2024 as the hottest year recorded in history, which is amazing because another study stated that extreme heat is likely to cause the next mass extinction. Because if you weren't aware, the worst mass extinction in Earth's history was suggested to be caused by a mass climate shift, where because the temperatures on land exceeded most species' heat tolerances at such a rapid rate, species had no time to adapt and evolve, which in turn killed 90% of species 250 million years ago on Earth. Did you guys hear that? We're on track for mass extinction! Woo-hoo! And scientists have been and still are warning us, because if humans continue to pump out planet-heating fossil fuels, we're gonna drive up global temperatures, and this will have a toll on the lives and health of humans around the world. Even this year, summer temperatures fueled deadly heat waves, record-breaking wildfires, destructive storms, and don't get me wrong, there are natural climate patterns that cause the Earth to warm up and chill over time, but human-caused factors have been the main driver in this current climate crisis. And in even better news, scientists have stated that temperature-related extreme events, such as the wildfires and destructive storms I mentioned before, are bound to get much worse if we don't take urgent action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. What a time to be alive, am I right? I told one of my friends the other day that a man was in love with me because me and said man held eye contact for more than 2 seconds. And my friend said, but you don't even know him. Bitch, so what? I don't want you clocking my shit. I want you to support me. I want you to actually feed into the delusion. So what? I don't know him. He's clearly in love with me. Even if I am saved by a lifeguard after almost drowning in a pool, if the lifeguard giving me mouth-to-mouth resuscitation is hot, when I go on to tell you that the reason he saved me is because he couldn't bear to witness the love of his life drown to death, I don't want to hear, he was just doing his job. No, he wasn't! And even if he was, keep that shit to yourself! Support my delusions. Uplift my delusions. And for anybody out there, I'm so sick of this shit where it's like Delulu is not the Salulu. Okay, babe, watch this shit. By the start of 2025, I'm gonna have a boyfriend. I'm going to be absolutely so delusional that it's going to come true. Watch it, watch it. I'm gonna have a boyfriend. I literally am, guys. You don't get it. I'm going to have a boyfriend by 2025. You really, if you don't think that's true, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're actually fucking stupid because it is true, and I am gonna have a boyfriend by 2025. Watch it happen. Try me, bitch. Bitch, these ranking filters have me in a double leg takedown. So today, I'm gonna be ranking the types of people I trust. 10 is gonna be, I wouldn't trust you even if my life fucking depended on it. And 1 is gonna be, hey, I trust you with my life. First up, we have a therapist. And I feel like there are 2 kinds of therapists. There's one kind of therapist that actually cares about you and is devoted to helping you. And then there's the other kind that doesn't give any shits about you and could care less if you died. So I'm actually gonna put this at 6, smack dab in the middle, only because I've had bad experiences and good experiences with therapists. So next up, we have doctors, and I fear just like therapists, I've had good and bad experiences with doctors. Real talk though, there was this one horrible experience I had with a doctor, and that was when I was in middle school and I was overweight, so I thought a really good way to lose weight would be by dancing in my living room. And there was just one time I was doing the Cupid shuffle in my living room and I stumbled into a bookshelf and the bookshelf fully fell on me and I thought that I broke my ankle. My mom took me to the ER, it was just a sprain, but when I asked the doctor, hey, can I at least get a wheelchair out to the car? He was like, no, you should hop on one leg. It looks like you need it. So just because of that, I'm putting this motherfucker at 8, because fuck you. Myself, bitch, I am the last person I trust. I trust myself with certain things, but I cannot trust myself with everything. So I'm gonna put this at 4 hops. Okay, look, shit. If I'm being completely honest with you, I haven't had the best luck with law enforcement. There was this one time when I was in elementary school, me and my friend were playing with Nerf guns outside in his front yard, and his crazy neighbor called the cops on us, telling the dispatcher that we were shooting at each other with live ammunition. And when the cops pulled up, they were like, put the guns down, put the guns down. And we were like, bitch, these are Nerf guns. What's going on here? So, 10. Books, I would say it depends on the type of book. If it's nonfiction and it comes from a credible source, then I'll believe it. This can go at 5 because it's smack dab in the middle. A friend. I know this is going in my top 3, but I'm scared that the option of best friend will come up. So you know what? I'm just gonna put this at 3 for now. Your partner? I would hope to trust my fucking partner. What? I'm gonna put this at 2 because why would I date somebody if I didn't fucking trust them? That's odd. 2 you go. Oh, mom, number 1. And look, she has curly hair just like me. Stop Stop playing. Okay, yeah, no, you're number one, babe. A spiritual leader. Look, to any of my religious girlies out there, do your damn thing. But one time I went to a church just to try it out, and one of the spiritual leaders there actually told me that I should go to a therapist that she knew. The bitch tried sending me to a conversion therapist. Like, I'm not joking. So yeah, to any of my religious girlies out there, do your thing. But this is a 9 for me. And then your dog. I don't have a dog. I have cats, but I do trust them. They know a lot about me. Okay, like, honestly, real talk, I'm gonna say 1 through 7. I trust you. Like, we have a connection. Like, there's something there. Like, I trust you. 8 down? Yeah, no. We're gonna need some credentials, bitch. So supposedly a photographer claimed that this filter is the most accurate representation of your face and how people see you. So I'm gonna try out the filter and give my honest first impression. Oh no. Oh no, wait, maybe if no! This scares me, bitch. This scares me. You guys don't see me like this, right? I look like I'm having a stroke. Like, why is my one eye, like, lopsided? This can't be true. This can't be true. This cannot be true. This cannot be true. If people view me, if you guys see me this way, no, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Wait, and this is without the filter. Without the filter? There's no way. What? No, you guys don't see me this way. This cannot be true. Why is my one eye, like, literally, like, falling off my face? Like, it is drooping down and melting off my face. Like, there's no way. No. No. Whoever said that, it's a fucking lie. It is a fucking lie because there's no way in hell. No, no, no. Pay attention, bitch, because I watched the debate last night so you wouldn't have to. Personally, last night's debate made me feel like I was watching brain rot compilations on YouTube. Trump also looked like he was actively going through liver failure because why the fuck did this man look like a jaundice patient? So if you didn't watch the debate, I got you. Because if anyone's gonna keep my bitches informed, it's gonna be me. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. All right, divas, here are the key takeaways from last night's debate. Okay, so Harris began the debate criticizing Trump for leaving behind high unemployment, the way he handled the COVID-19 pandemic and the Capitol riot, stating that Biden had to clean up his mess. Trump defended his proposal to impose tariffs on other countries, saying they would finally pay back the US. He also doubled down by mentioning this later in the debate as well. When it comes to abortion and being asked if he would veto a national abortion ban, Trump directly avoided the question. Actually, he avoided a lot of the questions. He essentially stated that a national abortion ban would never pass and he would just leave it up to the states to decide. Harris then mocked Trump for people leaving his rallies, which provoked Trump to respond that Harris buys people to attend her rallies. Trump also repeatedly brought up a debunked conspiracy, saying that immigrants were eating pets in Springfield, Ohio, and the moderator had to correct him because there had been no credible incidences reported to back up what he was saying. Kamala Harris then listed Trump's legal struggles, mentioning his upcoming cases and court convictions, because again, why is a convicted felon running for president? And Trump's response to that was saying that his legal battles are politically motivated. Trump promised to carry out mass deportation and finish the border wall. Harris highlighted her experience as a border state prosecutor and talked about how she endorsed a bipartisan border security bill that the Senate Republicans blocked. Kamala Harris then had to remind Trump that he wasn't running against Joe Biden, but he was running against her, because he kept bringing up Joe Biden in the debate. Trump mentioned that he had concepts for healthcare reform, but didn't provide any specifics. There was a lot to this debate. You can watch it on multiple streaming platforms. But yeah, that's basically what I took away from the debate, which might I say was quite difficult to do. Trump, even your wife is on Kamala Harris's side.
Hello?
Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. All right, bitches, I'm back and I'm ready to keep all of you up to date and informed. Because again, if anyone's keeping my girlies educated, it's gonna be me. Trump, you've been bragging your ass off talking about how you were the one who got Roe v. Wade overturned, but your wife did not come to fucking play. Melania Trump is releasing a memoir where she expresses her beliefs in a woman's right to choose. She even uploaded this video clip.
There is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth, individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
She argues that a woman's right to decide over her own body, including terminating a pregnancy, stems from the fundamental right of individual liberty. Now, Melania is saying that she's held this belief throughout her entire adult life. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad she's telling Donald Trump off in her upcoming memoir. But for all of this to be coming out a month before the election, a part of me thinks this is all some kind of damage control. Like, I find it odd that within the past month or so, articles have been released titled, "Trump says women love him, Polling shows a gender gap. Republicans fret over Trump's free fall among women. And Harris holds a slight edge over Trump, and it's driven by women. All of these articles are detailing how Trump has a lack of female voters. We also have Trump now saying that he would veto an abortion ban. All of this happening a month before the election seems a bit off to me. Like, if you hold these stances as strong as you say you do, why now? Why wait a month before the election to vocalize these beliefs? I don't know. Something just seems a little bit off to me. I want you all to know that this is the world we live in. Israeli illegal settler leader organizes boat tours to view Gaza's destruction. Yeah, you heard that correctly. An Israeli illegal settler leader has been organizing boat tours along the coast of Gaza to view the destruction caused by recent Israeli airstrikes. People on these tours were seen gloating over the harrowing devastation in Gaza due to Israeli bombardment while pointing out areas they aimed to occupy. Illegal Israeli settlers are going on boat tours to watch Palestinian communities be bombed and destroyed. And why are they doing this? Oh, to point out the areas they want to live in. Over 41,000 Palestinians have been killed, including children, and 95,000 have been wounded from Israeli airstrikes. And you motherfuckers are treating it like a tourist spectacle. You are in real time watching people's lives, homes, and families being destroyed as a tourist attraction. That is fucking sick, dehumanizing, and disgusting. There are families currently trapped in Gaza, including my friend Ahmed, his wife Hanadi, and his two children, Yazan and Zayn. They are trapped, sick, being starved, living in fucking tents because the Israeli government destroyed their homes. And you're treating this like it's a fucking spectacle? Ahmed's wife is pregnant and is now suffering from anemia because of how malnourished she is. Because of that, her and her unborn baby are at risk of losing their lives. And this is the type of shit you guys are doing? Going on fucking boat tours. Boat tours to pick and choose the areas that have been completely destroyed by Israeli airstrikes you want to live in. Have you lost your humanity? If you can, please donate to the link in my bio to help Ahmed and his family escape Gaza. His wife especially is in dire need of our help. And if you can't, please at least share his GoFundMe to your socials. Trump, you silly bitch. Did you really think that this would get you anywhere close to winning the presidential election? Back in 2023, Taylor Swift fans single-handedly caused egg prices to drop by 13%. And you think this is how you're gonna get ahead in the presidential election? Oh no, mama. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream! First of all, you already have colleges and schools in Springfield, Ohio closing because they've been receiving threats linked to the claims you made at the presidential debate about Haitian immigrants eating their pets. 2 colleges have been moved to virtual learning, and 2 elementary schools were evacuated because of the claims you made, and they both received different threats. Your accusations, which have literally been proven to be false conspiracy theories, caused 4 schools to receive threats. Children's lives are quite literally being threatened. But it's not like you or JD Vance cares. Especially after JD Vance called the most recent school shooting in Winder, Georgia a fact of life. And you yourself commented on a school shooting in Iowa saying, we have to get over it. So aside from your horrible commentary and also causing schools to not only be closed but evacuated because of shit you've said, you're now going to the internet to say, I hate Taylor Swift because she endorsed Kamala Harris. You must have lost your goddamn mind. Things currently aren't even looking that good for you. You pulled Bryce Hall onto the stage at one of your rallies as if that was a flex. And babe, I'm pretty sure you lost voters the second people saw Bryce Hall take the damn stage. I don't know how to break it to you, but Kamala had Meg the Stallion at her rally. And you can barely get by playing music at your rallies without artists publicly stating that they didn't give you the rights to use their music. And now, out of all people, you not only attack Taylor Swift online, but invite Bryce Hall to take the mic at one of your rallies? Girl, just throw in the fucking towel. Just throw in the towel. Because there's no way. You have quite literally hammered the nails into your own coffin. I'm gonna be ranking sleep positions I'd be okay with my man having with another girl or guy. For the record though, I wouldn't be okay with my man sleeping with anyone other than me. And if I were to catch him cuddled up next to a random bitch, I would drag him straight by the hair follicle to a graveyard. Because if you're comfortable enough to sleep next to a random bitch, you should be comfortable enough to sleep in the grave I dug for you, ho. But for the sake of this video, 10 is I don't give a fuck, and 1 is bitch, you want me to lay my hands on you. Okay, first up. This is like, okay, like, yeah, your butts are touching, but like, you're not facing each other. That's fine. I'm gonna give it like a 9. I'm gonna give it a 9. Oh, no. Why are you holding why are you both holding each other like that? Back the fuck up. Oh, that piss. Oh, I'm making that 3 because I feel like that's top 3, but like, I can't give it 1 yet. Oh, yeah, that's why I didn't give number 3 number 1, because this shit. Okay, if I walk in on my man sleeping next to a girl or a guy like this, I'm putting both of them in a chokehold. Like, I'm literally turning into John Cena, doing a double backflip into an elbow jab straight into their ribs. Like, don't play with me. Bitch, that's 1. That's 1. Oh, that is perfect. Yes, and sprawled out, like you're nowhere near him. Your guys aren't even touching. Yeah, keep that 6 feet the fuck apart. That's right, that's my man. He's saying back the fuck up. Don't fucking touch me. 10. That's perfect, honestly. That's amazing. I love that. Why the fuck are your feet touching? I don't really give a fuck, but that's weird. I'm giving it like a 6. I don't really care, but that's fucking weird. Oh! I'm getting... Oh, bitch. Bitch! This is tied with 1. What? If I caught my man big spooning anyone other than me, you would hear a bomb go off. You got me fucked up. 2. Even though I want to put it at 1, because fuck you, bitch. Again, perfect. They're nowhere near each other, separate sides of the bed. I'm putting that right at 8, because that is perfect. Like, that's actually I don't like that you guys are holding hands, but like, at least you guys aren't on top of each other. I'm putting that at 7 though, because I feel like that, like, I can't get worse than these 3. It got worse. It literally, this looks like you're getting your fucking freak on. Why are, okay. I overstepped. I overestimated myself by putting this at 1. This goes at 1. Honestly, if I walked in on this, I'd say, you know what? You might as well just cheat on me, because what the fuck is this? What, like you're dry humping? Fucking freaks, get away from me. Oh my God, no. This belongs at 0. This belongs at like, I'm so pissed off. Like this goes at 0. Fuck do you mean? Yeah, keep it cute. Again, I don't like that my man is touching your fucking chest, but like, it's a lot better than being fucking inside each other, you fucking freaks. So here's the rundown. First 4, bitch, if I catch you sleeping next to my man like this, you both better run for your fucking lives. I will go nonverbal and I will move like a ghost in the night. I will be worse than your sleep paralysis demon. You might as well say your prayers, because it's good night for the rest of your life, ho. 5 down, at least you still have your life. Bitch, I don't know why, but these ranking filters recently have had me in a fucking headlock. So today I'm gonna be ranking activities I would be okay with my man doing with another guy or girlfriend alone. And you know, truthfully, if my man wants to do shit with his friends, so be it. Like, I'm not stopping him. But it's the principle behind certain things he does with those friends that will determine whether or not I'm gonna crash the fuck out. Anyways, 10 is I really don't give a shit. And 1 is I really hope you and your friend have life insurance, because your families are gonna need it when I'm done with the both of you. First up, we have study late into the night together. I don't give a shit. Like, if you need to study, get your study on. I used to stay up late and study with my friend. Like, that's a normal thing to do. Work out together. Ooh. See, like, I want to say I don't care, because I don't, but at the same time, I am a little, like, on edge about it, because it's like, you're sweating together, you're both wearing form-fitting clothes. Like, okay, work out with your friend, but it would make me uncomfortable. So I'm gonna put this at, like, a 5. Hug? Oh, that's fucking normal. I hug my friends all the fucking time. That's a normal thing friends do. Putting that at like 7. Share a bed to sleep in. Like, this is where you have me fucked up. If you are my man's friend and you know he has a significant other, you know he's dating me, you should not be sharing a fucking bed with him. You know what? You better kick my man out of that fucking bed and tell him to sleep on the fucking ground. That's what you should fucking do. That's going straight to number 1. Go to the cinema. I don't care if you go to the movies with your friends, but if you're doing this alone with somebody else, that makes me uncomfy. Like, okay, like, yeah, go to the movie with your fucking friend, but just know I'm gonna be uncomfortable while you're gone. I don't like it. I'm putting this at 3. Travel together? No. If you schedule a trip together behind my fucking back and I'm not invited, you should be a fucking comedian. I'm putting this at like 2. Confide in each other. Oh, I know that when I have a partner, there are going to be things that he will not be comfortable telling me right away, and he's gonna want to talk to his friends first about it. And you know what? That is perfectly fine by fucking me. I'm putting that at 9. Share a beloved hobby. That's probably how you became friends. I don't give a shit. Dance together. You can dance together all you want, but you need to be at least a foot the fuck apart. Yeah, I'm gonna hop in that shit like a teacher at a school dance. Putting that at 4. And then text daily. I don't give a shit. The only time I would care is if I saw you texting, sat down on the couch, and you immediately flipped over your phone. I'm gonna say like 1 through 6 down. It's like I'm uncomfortable, but you know what? If it happens, it happens. There are nuances to the things going on here, and I feel like if I had all the information, that would help me determine whether or not I felt it was okay for him to do these things. 7 down though, I don't give a shit. Maybe I'm just that bitch, honestly. School is barely a month in, and we've already had a school shooting. For all the grown-ass adults out there that say shit like, children don't respect this country anymore. What happened to having respect for your nation? Why the fuck are we gonna respect a country or nation that clearly doesn't give a flying fuck about us? This is absolutely horrendous. 4 people lost their lives today at Appalachia High School in Winder, Georgia, and another 9 have been hospitalized with injuries. And what's even scarier is the high school received a call this morning warning that there would be 5 school shootings and Appalachia High School would be the first one. I can't imagine what these kids, like actual literal children, are going through. I can't even imagine what these children's parents are going through. Just the thought of a parent receiving a text message from their child telling them what's going on, not knowing if you saying I love you is going to be the last I love you you give to your child, because unfortunately a place that's supposed to be a safe learning environment for children is not a safe place anymore. This should not be a regular fucking occurrence. Why the fuck is a 14-year-old able to get his hands on an assault weapon? Why are people that are clearly mentally unwell and unhinged able to get assault weaponry? And for all of you motherfuckers out there that want to say some shit like, but we're American, we have the right to bear arms. Yeah, bitch, the Second Amendment granted us the right to bear arms. But the Second Amendment was also ratified in 1791, before we even had semi-automatic firearms. When writing the Constitution, these motherfuckers were talking about muskets. They weren't talking about AR-15s and Intratec handguns, you fucking morons. Children should not have to worry about whether or not they're going to lose their lives while receiving an education. Even when I was in elementary school, I used to sit in class and think about, like, what would I do if someone broke into the school right now with a gun? No one should think that going to school. Nobody should have that running through their fucking heads. That isn't normal. For any of you bitches out there that can withstand the trials and tribulations of being in a situationship, good for fucking you. No, honestly, I applaud you. I just feel like it takes a lot of guts to put yourself in a predicament where you know you're ultimately gonna get hurt in the end. It takes a certain je ne sais quoi to voluntarily allow yourself to be emotionally involved with someone without attaching any labels. Myself, on the other hand, do not speak to me or breathe in my direction unless you're gonna date me, bitch. I'm not strong enough for the whole situationship shenanigans some of you bitches got going on. And again, if you're the type of bitch who can do situationships, good for you. Me though, you might as well just shoot me. Sorry if that was too much, but like honestly, you might as well just line me up for target practice. Like, I don't think that I personally have the bandwidth to be in a situationship. I don't think I have the self-control or emotional strength to be in a situationship. Because the last thing I want to do is be with someone and constantly have to worry about the what are we? Like, I'm not here to dilly-dally and waste my fucking time talking to someone to ultimately have them tell me, haha, bye. Bitch, if we're gonna talk, you better have the intentions of dating me. Actually, better yet, if you're gonna talk to me, be prepared to marry me. More information has been released regarding the school shooting that occurred in Winder, Georgia. And before I say any more, I don't want to continue without sending my condolences to the families and friends who were directly affected by what happened. So to the family and friends of Mason Schermerhorn, Christian Angulo, Richard Aspinwall, and Christina Arimi, I cannot tell you how sorry I am for your loss, because nobody should be going through what you are going through right now. As for the new information pertaining to the shooting that happened yesterday, the shooter was a 14-year-old named Colt Gray, and he's being tried as an adult for 4 counts of felony murder. As for Colt Gray's parents, what the actual fuck were you doing? Last year, Colt and his father were both questioned by law enforcement for threats that he had made online regarding a school shooting. And as his parents, you didn't think to regularly check up on him? Authorities, after searching your home, found documents that Colt had written referencing past school shootings. And after he made these threats and was called in by law enforcement, not once did you think to yourself, maybe we should look into what he's doing a bit more. And again, the gun used yesterday was an AR platform weapon. Who the fuck needs an AR weapon? Yes, as Americans, we have a right to bear arms, but when they wrote the fucking Constitution, they weren't talking about weapons that could incite massacres. They were talking about weapons that took 30 seconds to reload. That means 2 shots per minute. Not an AR-15 style weapon that can shoot off 45 rounds per minute. That means in 1791, when the Second Amendment was ratified, it would take about 23 colonists with 1 musket each to do the same amount of damage that one person with an AR weapon can do in 1 minute today. That isn't normal. Like, that isn't right. 8 students and 1 teacher was hospitalized, all of whom are expected to survive. Thank God. But this shouldn't have been able to happen in the first place. Why does a child have access to a weapon like that? Why do people have access to weapons like that? Those weapons are literally meant for mass killing. And if those weapons didn't exist when the Second Amendment was written, then they shouldn't be included when referring to the Second Amendment. Plain and simple. Girl, a new person attempted to take Trump's life this weekend. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch! It's time for the Daily Scream! You know, normally after someone has almost been killed, you'd think that the natural reaction from the public would be, oh, I hope that person's okay. Well, not quite. There were actually a few people who had some things to say after Trump's second attempt. 2 of those people being Elon Musk and Laura Loomer. Elon Musk said in a now deleted X post, and no one is even trying to Biden and Kamala. Bitch! Shut the fuck up! Oh, but if you thought that was bad, it gets worse, babe. So Trump blamed Biden and Kamala Harris's rhetoric for the attempt on his life. And in response to that, Laura Loomer, a far-right activist. Actually, I don't see enough people talking about Laura Loomer, so let me give you the rundown on her. Just so we're all aware with the type of people Trump associates himself with, because he's been seen with Laura Loomer on multiple occasions. Laura Loomer herself has insisted that her and Trump are very close. Well, some background info on Laura Loomer. She made false claims that Kamala Harris effed her way to the top. She's been banned from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, PayPal, and other platforms several times for hate speech. Bitch, like, how the fuck do you get banned from PayPal? In 2014, she alerted a far-right political blog telling them that there were Muslim and Muslim leaders on her college campus. In 2015, she was suspended from her college, Barry University, for recording a video of a university instructor and telling this instructor that they wanted to begin the process of forming an on-campus organization that would support ISIS. Like, this woman is a crazy far-right conspiracy theorist, and Trump's team is actually concerned about his association with her, because being associated with a person like that while running for president does not look good. But Laura Loomer also uploaded a tweet after Trump's attempted a tweet that has also been taken down that said, if Kamala Harris wins, the White House will smell like curry. Oh no, but it gets worse. When being interviewed on national television about Loomer's commentary, this is what J.D. Vance, Trump's running mate, had to say about the situation.
Is Laura Loomer running for president? No. Kamala Harris is running for president, and whether you're eating curry at your dinner table or fried chicken.
Bitch, like, what? Like, this is actually a person whose name is going to be on the ballot. Is this like some weird social experiment? Because there is no way that there is just no way! I'm gonna be ranking hugs I'd be okay with other guys or girls giving my man. 10 being, I don't give a fuck, and 1 being, bitch, you wanna die. Okay, first up, the self-hug. Bitch, like that, I feel like that's like, right, oh, okay, I spoke too fucking soon. Eye to fucking eye, what, do you wanna marry him? Do you wanna marry my fucking man? Because the only person who should be eye to eye with my man is me when we're having our first dance after we get married. Back the fuck up! That's like top 3. I'm putting it at 2 because that pissed me off. Oh, that made me even more mad. That made me even more mad. The catcher hug, bitch. Look, I would get it if it was a younger sibling and they were like overseas, abroad, studying. They came back to the US after being away for months on end and they ran into my man's arms because they're the younger sibling and they miss their older brother so much. But if you're some random bitch that he met in college and you guys haven't spoken in months and then he meets up with you and you run into his arms like this, bitch, you're gonna run into these hands! Again, like, I don't think this is like the worst one, but it's definitely top 3, so I'm giving it a 3. Don't piss me off. Oh my God. Resting heads on each other? Compared to these two, like, I don't give a fuck. Actually, yeah, I did. Like, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, but I wouldn't be happy with it. I'm gonna give it a 5, because, like, polite hug, yeah. Arm's length, like, keep your distance, 9. That's fine, that's fine. The patting hug, like, you're consoling him. I mean, like, if he's crying to you about something, I mean, I guess. But, like, also, like, why the fuck is he? Okay. Strangle hug, again, he looks like he's not enjoying himself, so 7. Bitch, do you want to die? Why is your hand on my man's ass? The only hand that should be on my man's ass is mine. When we're running up the stairs and I smack it. When I smack it. Bitch, ooh! Oh, that's one. That's one for sure. The hug at the waist? Why is your hoo-ha or ding-a-ling touching my man's ding-a-ling, bitch? Fucking freak? What? No, like, this is actually, like, this filter's getting me heated. This filter's getting me heated because this isn't normal. If I walked in on my man hugging somebody like this, what? No. Oh my God. And then the last one, group hug, yeah, that belongs at 8. That belongs at 8. But, like, I'm not joking, like, probably 1 through 5. Bitch, get ready to dig your own fucking grave because I'm coming for you. Keep one eye fucking open, bitch. Keep one eye open when you sleep because I'm coming for you, ho. 6 down, we're chilling. It's all good here. I'm gonna be ranking who I'd be okay with my man kissing. Just so we're clear, I wouldn't be okay with my man kissing anybody. And if I caught that man kissing anyone other than me, I would be dropping his ass out of a cargo plane. But for the sake of this video, 10 is I don't give a fuck, and 1 is I am going to prison for committing a federal crime. Also, if you didn't notice, my voice is completely fucking gone, so I'm gonna be doing my best not to yell. Okay, first up, a friend of the opposite sex. Here's where I have a problem. If I have a gay boyfriend, I just have to worry about other guys. But if my man is bisexual, I have to worry about guys and girls. And if I saw him kissing a friend of the opposite sex, I would go to fucking prison. I'm putting this at like top 5. This has to go at like 4 because I know there are worse. A hot vampire? Look, I don't give a fuck because you know what? If he wants the hot vampire, he can have him or her as long as the vampire promises to kill him after. Because fuck you. Putting this at like 6. Their ex? Oh, I would go to jail. Oh my God, I can't wait. My voice is gone. I can't. It's getting me mad and I can't. If I caught my partner kissing their ex, I would go to prison for doing ungodly things. I can't even say what I would do because this video would get removed and the FBI would have to track me down. This straight to number 1. The fuck do you think this is? A random stranger? No random stranger's me. If my man ever tries to break up with me, I'm showing up at his house in a fucking costume. I don't care. I'm giving it a 9 because it's gonna be me. Their favorite movie star? Oh, this one I do not give a fuck because if I was standing with my man and Harry Styles walked up to me and said, "Can I kiss you?" Bitch, I'm single. Of people in my head where if they were to approach me and ask to kiss me, sorry, in that moment, I no longer have a boyfriend. Live your truth, live your dream. This goes out like 7. A random dog. I mean, I don't really give a fuck, but also, like, if you're bringing home rabies, I don't want you anymore. Your neighbor? Honestly, if I ever caught my man kissing our neighbors would have to move. I would buy a actual box of cockroaches and release them in their home. Yeah, that's going at like 2. It has to. Their best friend. This is worse than a friend of the opposite sex because it's like they have history. Oh, hell no. Ooh, can't scream. Putting that at 3. Right at 3. Oh, me. That's fine. That's a 10. And then their pet, that should go at 8. I want to kiss your animal too. Like, bitch, what? So here's the rundown. 1 to 4, bitch, you're dead to me. You should be scared for your life because I'm coming for you. 5 down, don't really give a shit except for the hot vampire, bitch, because the fuck are you doing? Whoever participated in that Chase Bank glitch, you are going to jail! Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. If you didn't know, there was, not anymore, but there was a trend on TikTok of people exploiting the ATMs at Chase Bank because of a glitch. And the glitch essentially allowed the users to get infinite free money. And what they were essentially doing was depositing these checks with an insane amount of money on them. I'm talking about like millions and millions and millions of dollars. And after depositing these checks, before the bank could process them, they would withdraw the money from these accounts, send them to a new account, and then close the account that they deposited these checks into so it couldn't be traced back to them. Babe, like, you, my friend, just committed check fraud. That wasn't a glitch in the system. That's literally one of the oldest fucking scams in the book. And I'm sorry, you have to be real fucking stupid if you thought for a second you could get away with that. Not to mention, Chase Bank already fixed the issue, and Chase is recovering all the money that these people funded themselves. And now customers who participated in this trend are facing locked accounts and also like very large balances in the negative. And to make matters even worse, some of the people were literally posting videos online of them scamming Chase Bank. Bitch, that's evidence! You just handed the police and Chase Bank evidence that they can now use against your ass in court. Like, bitch, if you're gonna commit check fraud, maybe don't document it and then upload it to the internet. Girl, like, some of you guys are just fucking stupid. Like, you're sorry. Like, this is very serious. Like, this should not have happened. But some of you guys, like, what in what world did you think you were just gonna get free money? And unfortunately, now your bank account balances are hundreds of thousands of dollars in the negatives, or your ass is going to jail. Like, they're like, what were you thinking? I'm sorry, but what the fuck do you mean? Because the Daily Mail uploaded this audio message yesterday of one of the astronauts stuck on the Boeing Starliner up in space. And girl, just like, listen to it.
The strange noise coming through the speaker here. I don't know what's making it, but
All right, Butch, that one came through. It was kind of like a pulsing noise, almost like a sonar ping.
I'll do it one more time, and I'll let y'all scratch your heads and see if you can figure out what's going on. Here we go.
What kind of Alien Romulus Twilight Zone episode is this? Because mind you, this is coming from the Boeing Starliner that's currently stuck in space with those two astronauts that aren't coming back until 2025. And if I was in space currently and heard that noise, I'd be hurtling my ass back down to Earth in an escape pod in 2.5. Mind you, the Starliner isn't even that big. The Starliner, when looking at the interior, that bitch looks fucking tiny. So not only are these motherfuckers stranded in space until next year in a small ass room, but they're also hearing strange noises in space. Wrap it up, babe, wrap it up. Bitch, yesterday I was met by a canine unit and DUI check officers because my Uber driver dropped me off at the wrong location. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. Babe, I'm gonna politely request that all of you buckle the fuck up because this, like, bitch, this was an experience. So I got invited to an event yesterday. The event itself was a lot of fun, but getting there, I felt like Jesus traveling in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights. Now, typically when you go to these events, the people coordinating everything will provide you with an Uber voucher so you can get to and from the event for free. So I put in my Uber voucher and I'm like, you know what? We're balling because I'm not paying for the Uber, the voucher is. So I ordered an Uber Black. I get in the Uber. I'm feeling bougaloo. I then get a notification on the freeway that I had been charged $75. Bitch, what? Turns out the Uber voucher that I used, even though it said I was being charged $0, fully charged me for the Uber Black. And again, like, we're already on the freeway, so I can't just like cancel the Uber trip because where's the Uber driver gonna drop me off? The side of the highway? So I was like, you know what? I'll just talk to one of the people at the event. I'll have them help me and then hopefully they can at least give me an Uber voucher so I can go home for free. The Uber driver then drops me off. I get out of the car and I'm like, this doesn't look like the right place. And before I could even like go back to the Uber, it was gone, girl. Like, I closed that car door and he wasted no time leaving. So now I'm stranded. Like, I'm literally standing in front of a massive brick wall. I turn to my left and I see a K9 unit and a DUI check. There are police officers at a table with breathalyzers, a K9 unit there to sniff out drugs. And I'm like, what the? Like, where am I and what the fuck is going on? Finally, I call my manager. She was also my +1 for the event and was standing outside the venue. I used to find my app to track that bitch down. Mind you, it's a billion fucking degrees outside. I'm walking several blocks in downtown LA. I have sweat dripping down my face. I finally get there. I look a hot fucking mess, bitch. Like, I looked crazy. But at least the event was super fun. Bitch, the way my jaw unhinged and didn't just drop, but collapsed to the floor. Kim Porter's family revealed Diddy's mom led the freak-offs. Bitch, his mother? Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. If you don't know who Kim Porter is, she was in an on-again, off-again relationship with P. Diddy for 13 years. They have 3 kids together. But here's where things go sideways. So Kim Porter died back in 2018, and the official cause of death was ruled as pneumonia. But her family has said for a while that they actually think she died from foul play. The first coroner who did Kim Porter's autopsy said that they found toxins in her system, and after saying that, they were then fired and replaced by another coroner that Diddy hired. The second coroner ruled the cause of death as being pneumonia, and then the first coroner who said that they found toxins in her system ended up dead under mysterious circumstances. Baby, that's a cover-up. Anyway, Diddy's mom, Janice Combs, was allegedly involved in these freak-offs and may have led several of them. Now, if you didn't know, Diddy's father was involved in some shady activities, including being linked to a drug lord, and then died in a botched deal when Diddy was 3. Janice Combs, his mother, was rumored to be involved in organizing illicit activities, and a video of Diddy and his mom was one of the main things that made people think that she was also involved in these freak-offs, because in the video, Diddy is saying that his mom is receiving an IV drip, which were also used by Diddy and his victims after these freak-offs. To me, the situation not only seems extremely fucking shady, but also extremely fucking traumatic for anybody involved. And although Janice Combs being involved in these freak-offs is alleged, if it is true, I hope you and your son P. Diddy end up in prison for the rest of your fucking lives. I'm gonna be ranking things I would do for $100. Now, realistically, I'd do anything for a check, if you know what I mean. No, but for real, 1 is I absolutely have no problem with this. And 10 is I'll still be doing this, but it'll be against my better judgment. Because again, who am I to turn down $100? Anyways, first up, we have Stacey. Babe, this is like, girl, I actually never shut the fuck up. So actually, to be honest, I actually don't know if I'd be able to do this because I feel like I would slip up. I feel like I would accidentally say something. I would actually have to have duct tape over my fucking mouth because I don't stop fucking talking. I'm serious. I think I'm gonna put this at 10 right away because I honestly, I can't. Shave your head? Babe, I have shaved my head before and, look, I would do it. I don't think I would like it. So I'll put this at 7. Lick a dirty shoe. Fuck no! That is disgusting. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. I am not catching any fucking diseases. Ew! 8. Jump in a freezing pool. Babe, I would do this. I did the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge in middle school. I'm gonna put this at 1 because I would do it. Eat the hottest chip in the world. Okay, here's where you have me fucked up. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I have the taste buds of a pale caveman. I cannot do spicy food. I would do it, but also just know that I would have tears streaming down my face and I would have snot dripping down my, I cannot do spicy food. I also don't know how in high school I used to eat a bag of Takis on my way to school, which is absurd to me because now if someone handed me a Taki, I'd be like, are you threatening my life right now? I'm gonna put this at 9. Wear only underwear in public? Bitch, I don't give a fuck. We wear bathing suits in public and we're all practically naked in bathing suits. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if that's 2. Eat a spoonful of cinnamon. Whenever I think of eating a spoonful of cinnamon, I think of Glozell. After seeing the devastation it caused to Glozell and her kitchen, I'm putting this at 6. Not sleep for 24 hours. This is light work. That's fine. Spent a night in a haunted house. I grew up in a haunted house. I literally have stories of growing up in a haunted house. Babe, I've already lived through it. This is fine. This is literally 4. I don't care. And then dance on stage for a big public. I've also done this before too. I used to do dance. I used to do hip hop, bitch. And we used to have our recitals. And I used to be up on that stage, pop, lock, and dropping. 1 through 7, no problem. 8 through 10, you'd have to be threatening my life for me to do some shit like this. I'm not joking. It would have to be to the head, straight to the dome. I don't know. Wait, I don't know if you guys have seen these videos of full grown adults sprinting and charging into TJ Maxx for Hello Kitty merchandise and apparel. And they're running into that bitch like it's Best Buy on Black Friday in 2008 where they can get an 80% off television. Regardless, this isn't even what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to look up, I looked up why is everybody going feral over this Hello Kitty apparel? And if you're one of those people, no shame in your game, babe, do what you gotta do. But while I was trying to figure out this lore behind TJ Maxx's Hello Kitty drama, bitch, I found out that Hello Kitty isn't even a fucking cat. Girl, what do you mean? Did everybody else know about this? Wait, actually, did you guys know about this? Because when I looked it up, apparently Hello Kitty not being a cat is common fucking knowledge. Bitch, look at her. What do you mean she's not a cat? What do you mean she's an 8-year-old girl from London? Huh? If she's not a cat, then why the fuck does she look like that? Like, I really am trying to wrap my head around this, but currently my brain does not have the bandwidth to figure out what the fuck was going on in those creators' minds when they made Hello Kitty. And then they decided to say this bitch is a girl. Like, she is a full-blown human. No, she's not. I'm gonna be ranking catcalls that would work on me. For the record, I've never been catcalled before. Unless you consider that time I was walking down Hollywood Boulevard and some random man shouted at me from his car saying, gay slur. Anyways, 1 is, bitch, I'm going home with you. And 10 is, I am calling the cops on you. Leave me the fuck alone. I now know why you're single. I'm getting a restraining order on you. Let's begin. Okay, first up we have, your eyes are stunning. I love a good eye compliment. Anytime anyone has ever complimented my eyes or my smile, I'm like, oh, thank you. This would work on me pretty well, I fear. I'm gonna give that a 2. Leaving already? You couldn't handle me anyway. Leaving already? Yeah, I am leaving. Just like your wife left you, freak. Immediate. I'm giving this like a 10. That just pissed me off. You couldn't handle me anyway. Bitch, you can't handle me! Come on, sweetie. Give me a smile. Bitch, you sound like a predator. What are you gonna do next? Tell me you have candy in the back of your fucking van? Hell no, that's a 9. Wow, you're a 10. Thank you! I don't think this is bad, but he better keep fucking driving. I'm putting this to like 5 because I don't really give a shit. Hey baby, can I get your number? No, you cannot, actually. Also, ew, look at his face! Look at this man's face! I'm giving this an 8 because why the fuck do you look like that? Hey baby, can I get your number? Yeah, it's 911. Nice legs. Honestly, like, she looks like she's not having it, but I love a good compliment, and if someone's complimenting my legs, bitch. If someone looked at me and said nice legs, I'd actually go like this. Thank you! Thank you! This is still going at 3 though because I feel like this man is objectifying me. 3. I bet you have a boyfriend, huh? I bet you have a boyfriend, huh? No, I don't. And you certainly will not be the boyfriend in question either. Thank you. That's a 7. That's fucking weird. Wolf whistle? Like a... I would take a whistle over any of these ones right here. I'll put it at 6. Beautiful. Why are you so upset? It's just a compliment. Okay, that, if a man said some shit to me and I was like, what the fuck did you just say? And he was like, it's just a compliment. I'm gonna compliment my foot up your ass. How about that? That's a 4. And then, did it hurt when you fell from heaven? That is so corny. But if a guy actually said that to me, I'd look at him and I'd be like, you can buy me a drink. Final thoughts. Honestly, like 1, 2, and 3, we're chilling. Like 1, 2, and 3, I'm like, oh, thank you. 4 through 10, that's weird, and I don't like you, and you should get the fuck away from me, because if you get any closer to me, I'm whipping out my taser and you're going straight to the ground.